Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Magnetic by Design, the place where beauty, astrology, magic, and body wisdom slip together like silk. I'm Luna, here to remind you that your allure is not by accident, it's by design. Before we get into tonight's episode, I want to recap on last week's episode, Burning Through the Veil. Last week, I talked about the Aries supermoon and Mercury dipping into Scorpio and its combined energy of action, meeting emotion, healing, and purging. I told you all that the Aries supermoon came to wake up your fire and the Scorpio energy came to help you hold it with grace. Well, about 2 days ago, on October 13th, Pluto entered Aquarius.
All lies will be exposed. That's all.
If you've been moving through shadow work, dealing with identity death, or just a collective fatigue, this is the moment the current shifts forward. The underworld releases her grip. So unclench your jaw, roll your shoulders back, take a sip of water, or better yet, my personal favorite, hibiscus and mugwort tea, and know you've just entered sacred space. Pluto is the slowest and most mysterious planet. It governs power, destruction, regeneration, and hidden truth. Pluto doesn't stir the pot just to stir the pot. It has a reason, and yes, a purpose for stirring the pot. When Pluto moves into a sign, all the lessons from its retrograde come to life and begin to play out. You begin to act on what your soul already realized. It's that aha moment, or maybe a sigh of relief, when you finally stop circling the same pattern and decide to rise. Your Pluto house shows where you experience power struggles, ego, death, and rebirth. It's the area of life that refuses to let you stay small.
You need to be thinking big, bitch!
If you have Pluto in your first house, you struggle with identity alchemy. Life pushes you to strip off the false versions of yourself until you're finally seen as who you really are. If in the second house, you struggle with money, values, and self-esteem. If you have Pluto in your third house, you may struggle with communication and mindset transformation. If Pluto is in your fourth house, you may struggle with deep emotional healing around family, roots, and generational pattern. If you have Pluto in your fifth house, you may struggle with things like creativity, self-expression. If you have Pluto in your sixth house, you may struggle with routines that may drain you, building rituals, things like that. If you have Pluto in your seventh house, you may struggle with relationships. If you have Pluto in your eighth house, you may struggle with shadow work, sexuality, sharing resources. If you have Pluto in your ninth house, you struggle with learning, travel, and breaking free from limiting beliefs. If you have Pluto in your 10th house, you struggle with career. Maybe you're someone that changes careers or changes jobs quite often. Pluto in your 11th house, you struggle with outgrowing groups, movements, or whole community. Maybe you're someone that grew up in a small town, small city, and you just have bigger dreams. And finally, if you have Pluto in the 12th house, you may struggle with surrendering to people, maybe being submissive in certain situations or surrendering. You just have this strong will about you. Pluto shows how the collective lessons each generation came to transform. That generational cleanup, society literally rewrites itself every time Pluto changes signs. Pluto's movement through Aquarius from now until 2044 signals a collective metamorphosis. We go from hierarchies to networks, from ownership to innovation, from control to frequency alignment. This is the age of energetic influence, where magnetism replaces manipulation and authenticity becomes currency. Pluto in Aquarius just means that you're not here to belong to the old world. You're here to help design the new one. It liberates your genius, your difference, your creative rebellion, but only if you stop hiding behind perfection and start embodying truth. As Pluto gets comfortable in Aquarius, you may feel raw, electric, and aware of what's no longer sustainable. Just remember, it's not a breakdown, okay? Take some deep breaths. It's just recalibration. So just leveling out. It's not the end of the world. This week's reflection, we focus on: where have you mistaken comfort for safety and control for power? Make sure you're grounding your body before making decisions. Okay? When Pluto in Aquarius stirs in the nervous system, let yourself shed, cry, or rest. Remembering that integration is transformation. We're not holding emotions. We want to let it out. We want to express it. We're going to release it. For this week's ritual, you'll need a mirror or reflective surface, a clear or labradorite crystal, sound at 528 hertz. Step 1, you're going to sit comfortably and gaze into your reflection. Soften your focus until your aura blurs. Place your hand over your heart or womb and repeat after me. I release outdated codes of control. My power expands in harmony with my design. I release outdated codes of control. My power expands in harmony with my design. Now you're going to visualize electric blue current rising from your root to your crown. Do this while repeating those words to yourself. Create that visual in your head. Breathe it through your field for 7 cycles. Great, good job. Slowly open your eyes. We're going to end that with gratitude. Your transformation is now complete. Pluto's lessons unfold over decades, but awareness begins in moments like this one. When you honor your own evolution, you magnetize everything aligned with your highest frequency. Until next time, honor your rhythm, honor your flame, and keep glowing on purpose. If this resonated with you, be sure to like and subscribe and follow for more content. Thank you.